Hey everybody, Hayley Boggs here. So Bane wanted to be one of the stars of this video here too, so he's invited. So the topic of today is personal branding. You know, you hear a lot of mentors talk about personal branding. You know, personal branding this, get in your prospects' heads, personal branding this, get noticed, personal branding, personal branding. You know, some of us are just left wondering, okay, how, first off, and some of us even just why would you want to do it that way? So there's two very simple hows, and there's one very simple why to this. So the first how is to stand out. And honestly, that's a lot simpler than you think. You know, the main thing that helps a person stick out is that they are able to be themselves in whatever media that you're using to show what they really believe, what you're into, and a lot about who you are as a person through that media. And most of all, not to say what you think other people want you to say, not to be what you think other people want you to be, but just to be authentic. That is huge for people. And you know, whatever media that you're doing, show the things that you're interested in, like if you're into animals, if you're into gardening, if you're into OzTag and you want to show how you learned something about marketing from your team and doing OzTag, which is something that someone I know does in his spare time, which is actually pretty cool. So the other main how for this, just editing out some stuff that's going on in the background here, and Bane took off. So it's actually kind of amazing how simply you can stand out just by really being yourself, like putting on a funny hat, doing a video about dancing, you know, whatever it is that you're into that shows how you are and what you're authentically about. So the other main way that you stand out is by doing your stuff on stuff that people will find valuable. You know, adding value to other people's lives and being really open to many different things to give to other people that would add value to them and to their lives. You know, you could do comparisons for gardening to marketing. You could do stories about some things that have happened to you in business that you've learned from and how to learn from that too. You could do your personal story about how you really figured out the law of attraction, you know, whatever it is. Or whatever you do, make sure that it is something that is valuable to the other person in some way, shape, or form. So the why behind all of this as well is when you're building your business, you want to be able to stand on your own, to have a business that stands on its own. And, you know, one thing that I see a lot of folks doing is that they really stick to a particular mentor. Like they just, you know, this mentor has really helped them out with a lot of things. That's great. Do a couple vids about them. But the absolute support of that mentor can be a really negative thing, because then you're bringing traffic to them, you're giving them a lot, but are you necessarily building up your own business, your own circle of influence, and your own ability to stand on your own as a person and as a leader and as a business? See, it is very, you know, in a lot of my videos, I do point out some of the people that I work with that are wonderful, that have helped me out along the way. And it is very helpful to work with another mentor's authority. If you have not built up your own authority, your own circle of influence, you can tap into theirs until you build your own authority and your business can stand on its own. And then you can just partner together. The important thing, mosquitoes, is that through personal branding, you build up your own circle of influence, your own business authority, and your own business, ultimately. And that is why personal branding is important. So, thank you for watching my vid, everybody. And comment, subscribe, give me your thoughts, let me know what you think. And we'll see you soon in the next video. Take care.